It is a ref video because, well, since I've been having kind of beef with Nichi Sanji, kind of makes sense that I need to react to this. I haven't looked at anything that Twisty has done, except, like, the initial leaks and stuff, and the ref video. And we're now going to look at this. Nichi Sanji fires whistleblower to protect alleged freak by ref says desu. Wait, we have more information on Aster as well? That's interesting.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we're going to be going over another massive controversy facing Nichi Sanji, leaving a lot of people demanding answers from the agency, and as of recording this video, there has been no official response to what's been going on. Now, it's no secret thanks to financial reports from...
Look at those tasty numbers. Look at all those numbers. Look at them. Look at them. We basically have no Nichi Sanji EN. Almost none. We just have JP. Very interesting.
Nichi Sanji that the English branch only brings in a small amount of their revenue. As you can see right here, this is the Japanese side of the revenue generation, and this is the English side, much smaller. Despite that, the majority of the headaches for the company have come from the English branch, and the latest one is coming from a recent Nichi Sanji EN liver, Twisty Amano Zako.
Talking to an Indian sounds terrible. I quote. Oh man, this woman is so unhinged. She's so fucking unhinged. That is crazy. Well, she got terminated. In fact, she got terminated. She did not even get any like document or anything. No termination notice. She just literally, there was literally just a tweet, and that was it. That's all.
She has been mired in controversy over the past couple of days, and as you can see, it's not going very well. She recently had her account privated, as you can see right here, and also her entire YouTube account wiped clean. And on top of that, as reported by Rima here, she's been removed from their website as a listed talent. While people,
I find that very funny. Like, it was obvious that she would get it removed, right? It was funny that she got removed, right? Makes sense, right? Also, Scarlet down here, my beloved. This dude, this homie is still around. This is Aster Arcadia, an alleged sex pest. Also, I don't see the races on here. Probably further down.
people like Aster Arcadia are still listed. We'll talk about him later. But to sum that up, it's very clear without an official announcement yet, she has been fired. This is no surprise to people who have been following this.
I think she's been fired. To be fair, she hasn't streamed properly in months. I don't think, like, it would have happened regardless of what she did. Like, she literally just did a live stream exposing everything. That's what she did. Rima the horse. She's never beating the allegations.
Situation, it's not that surprising whatsoever, but that is what is going on right now. And
also, a bunch of these, like, straight up, right? A bunch of these people, right? They're just dirty. They have dirt on them. Like, when this all happened with Aster and stuff, also some of them also have, like, some dirt on them because of, Selen. So, yeah. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they literally pick the worst people to join Nichi Sanji. Like, some of them are totally fun. Like, Scarlet down here. He doesn't scroll further down, but Scarlet is great. If there's any Nichi Sanji VTuber I can 100% recommend, it's Scarlet.
This is no surprise to people who have been following this situation. It's not that surprising whatsoever, but that is what is going on right now. And I talk about...
Also go back. Rosemi was cancelled for using the McDonald's hash brown VTuber asset. Gotta go. Take care, Eliza. Have a nice day. And, Scarlet's getting cancelled for, going to Starbucks a year ago. No dose. Later on, you will get your dose. Not now.
And I talk about these events today and all the updates, knowing full well that Nichi Sanji is very trigger happy with the copyright strike option on YouTube, as Kyo had suffered.
Ooh, Kyoga has his ass beat. Damn. Damn. All these are blocked.
Many months ago, they took down dozens of his videos with a false set of copyright strikes. They love to strike down criticism, but I really don't care. If Niji-Sanji wants that thunder, I guess come and get it. But anyways, recently, Twisty...
I mean, if that's the case, not gonna lie, if that's the case, if I will get copyright struck at this point, it's too late anyways. I reacted a few months ago about major drama. Then again, then Twisty, now Twisty again. Like, come at me, bro. I know what I'm doing.
On her past life account, Delulu. Now, for those who are not familiar with the VTuber terminology, past life account means the account they used before they joined the VTuber agency, like Niji-Sanji. This is her former account, and she was streaming on this recently, which is a very bad sign. Typically, when you're in a corporation, you do not stream on your past life account, and if they do any sort of activity on that account, that is a very bad sign of what's going on. And there was a video a few days ago uploaded that shared some very disparaging statements shared by Delulu/Twisty in a leaked Discord call. As you can see, that video has been taken down by YouTube for violating their terms of service. Now, if you want the full video, I reacted to it.
Oh yeah, me too, me too, me too. She said some crazy ass shit a year ago. I don't know if she's like that still. I cannot tell if she's like that still. She may have changed, she may have not. Probably not. It is what it is. Who is more incanceable, Nux or Ref? That's a hard thing to say. Neither. Like Nux, like Ref tried to get on Nux once, so I guess it's like two titans that are impossible to get rid of if you wanted to get rid of them.
A few days ago, it's still up on my end, and in that video, to sum it up and what she said, basically she said Indian people smell brown and they're stinky. And she said that...
and she said that talking to an Indian sounds terrible. And she said all men should die. Is Lolly perfect? I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. I just don't I don't really care.
Basically, all men are mentally ill and deserve to die. She also used some terms describing trans people that rhyme with Janny that I can't say on YouTube. And then she also called her fans mentally ill and shamed them for not giving her enough money and not encouraging her to stream more thanks to those donations. Now, think of that what you will. The reason I made this video is not to wag my finger at Twisty and say, you're a bad person, and also to say to her fans, you shouldn't support her. You can do whatever you want. The reason I react to this is just to cover some drama and also to say a very agreeable statement that, well, because of this leaked Discord call with a lot of this stuff, this disparaging statements coming out, she's going to get fired. That was the very basic premise of this video that I made a few days ago, and well, that's what's seemingly happening. We haven't gotten an official confirmation, but that is the very objective reality that is before us.
The only thing really that is really good that we got out of this, regardless, is all the information about how Niji handles internal stuff. That's the only good thing we got out of this, regardless. If one of them is going down, I guess Nux, he's bigger, but yaps a lot more. Rev is down-to-earth kind of guy. He doesn't really, like, he just basically just covers stuff, right? He doesn't really go at people specifically, except, like, when they're actually retorted. So there's that. I think Nux really just, he does a lot of, he yaps a lot more, he says a lot more. Ref just looks at the retorts.
Right now. And since that video, Delulu, on her past life account here, Delulu/Twisty, has been very active and has made a lot of moves responding to that leaked Discord call, beginning with this apology we talked about in my previous video that did not go well. This did not go well. You can see it has 4,000 likes and about 1,600 retweets, most of them quotes that are negative. The apology itself, to sum it up very quickly, It starts off decent. I think she does a decent job in the first couple of paragraphs, then it just goes off the rails. She even goes into a part where she says, as someone who lives in America, even just in 2025 alone, I have witnessed many injustices towards marginalized communities. And she starts like virtue signaling about that type of stuff, and also says that her use of disparaging statements about various
The thing is that this never goes well. This never goes not what this never goes well. Because first of all, we know for a fact that you don't actually mean that. And the people that you're apologizing to don't give a rat's ass whether you apologize or not. You're done with those people. They don't care. Like they don't care. They don't care straight up. Right? You don't need to apologize to people where it does not make a difference whether you apologize or not. Like that's not going to save you, and it didn't. Like it didn't. You're still fired regardless. So why apologize? And why virtue signal when I definitely, certainly, absolutely know that you don't mean that?
groups was out of a source of overprotection. It just didn't really work well. And in a very ill advised decision, she decided the next day to make a full 30-minute stream, making a second set of
Interesting. She actually got subs from this. She originally was at 9K. Now she's at 13K. Ah, interesting. Well, see, not many people hate her. Because this is all on Twitter. Remember, drama that happens on Twitter does not matter if it's not nothing that's like crazy, right? That does not matter.
apologies with the stream title A Sincere Apology and My Truth. And as you can see, in true Niji Sanji fashion, it is a black screen stream. Now, of course, it's 32 minutes, and also the audio on this is insufferable. It is so low volume that even like trying to get some clips and then boosting the audio, you have to do it so hard that it makes it like bass boosted, and it like will hurt your eardrums if you're listening to it. So in the spirit of that, I'm going to simply summarize the main points, right? So she described many different things, beginning with the Discord call that was leaked, saying she apologizes for her disgusting behavior and all that sort of stuff. And she talks about
I do not believe you. I do not believe you. I just don't. I don't believe you. Nothing could convince me that I believe you. I don't.
how she had a very rough time with Niji Sanji, and that was something that she mentioned in the Discord call that was leaked, that she was having a very tough time with the company, and I definitely believe that's the case given everything that's going on, and that she even asked to quit at one point that was not given to her. And also, she says a lot of this is public because she's tried to work things out privately with the company and just hasn't worked out. And on top of that, she brought up a lot about a current Niji Sanji, Ian Liver, Aster, Arcadia. And this is a situation that is very, very deep, and we'll get into more details in just a bit. But she goes into details trying to allege that he has very manipulative behavior and that he targets new female talents in the
That wasn't surprising. That wasn't surprising. That's not particularly new information. That's not particularly new information. The entire thing just boils down to that he is more of the protected class because he simply makes more money and they're going to keep him around.
agency as well as other agencies as well, and tries to get them to come to Japan to come see him. And when they reject those offers, he gets very angry with him, or angry with them. And she tried back in July to spark an investigation.
Aster hasn't streamed either for that long. I mean, we won't hear anything, you know why? Because it's a court thing, so there will probably not be public information. Though I don't know if they're shielding him or not, I cannot tell. Maybe they might be shielding it just to minimize the damage to the company. Also, I have to say this, regardless, without apologizing Aster's behavior. Because he certainly, if all of that people allege is true, all of what people allege is true, obviously he's a horrible motherfucker. Get that dude out of here. Get that dude off the internet. However, I have to say, where's that energy when it's a female sex pest? I would love to see that energy for someone like that as well, because there's plenty of people that I know behind the scenes that are some weird motherfuckers that we kind of keep ignoring.
with Niji Sanji to look into some of his behavior, his alleged behavior, and nothing really came of it. And she even played a clip of an audio call with him, which honestly is not super productive in any sort of a way. It doesn't really dig that deep, but he honestly sounds pretty weird in the clip, but that's all we really have for right now. But also, she talks about another situation where a co-worker of hers at Niji Sanji leaked one of her new outfits, which for those not familiar with the VTubing scene, new outfits are a really big deal. So when someone leaks something like that, it's spoiling a major event for their channel. And also, she would wrap this whole thing up by basically saying she's sorry for everything and she's owning up to her own past actions and stuff like that. That was really the statement until about a half a day later, she added
the pinned comment. Okay, interesting. We got a pinned comment. The pinned comment. Very interesting. Let's go. Let's see.
A pinned comment, which would somewhat contradict a lot of the things she said in the statement. Again, ill-advised. I don't know why she did this, but she says in number 1, she has full receipts and Discord logs of everything going on, and if she does, I hope she shares this. She has nothing to lose. She's clearly getting fired from this company, and I hope if she has evidence of the things she's claiming about this company and some of the members, please share it. It'd be very valuable. And then number 2, she says, quite frankly, I don't care if what I said upsets people. I don't regret my words.
See? See what I said? See what I said? Like, see what I said? See? There we have it. There we literally have it. Quite frankly, I don't care if what I say upsets people. If I didn't regret my words, I wouldn't apologize for them. Okay, I don't know, but you did apologize, so I don't know. It's like, okay, I don't care. It's just, classic.
Which is like a direct contradiction to the 2 previous apologies. But anyways, number 3, don't begin to assume you know anything about...
I want to read the full thing. Okay, quite frankly, I don't care if what I say upsets people. If I didn't regret my words, I just wouldn't apologize for them. Hi Pyro, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about things and just automatically assume that apologizing is lost on a lot of people. It is. It is. And honestly, I agree. Forgiveness can be lost on people. No one should even be expected to forgive someone for anything in the first place. If you're apologizing to please people, is there any point? You quite literally did do that, though. I think that I went too far, and I could have expressed myself in different ways, and that is all there is to it. But honestly, it has nothing to do with forgiveness from the types of people who will vilify and harass me, all while defending a genuine predator. This has always been a guilty until proven guilty situation, and it will probably stay that way forever. I truly hope it does, because I do not want such people to ever interact with me or my content. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
About my job, contract...
Like I said, this kind of thing still contradicts the previous ones, because, like I said, you apologize to peace people, you're virtue signaling, let's not deny that, you absolutely were. And this one, you don't care that you upset people, but then, like I said, in your previous apologies, you do. It's always I didn't do anything wrong, everyone bullying me, although I don't know the case, so... she certainly did say some outrageous things, and she definitely deserves to get her ass kicked for it. Most certainly. Definitely. I think this is more so about the fact that Niji Sanji's protecting Aster.
Or terms when you have absolutely no idea outside of, oh well, this person said this. Sounds like the voice actor for Paimon when they're saying, you know nothing about what goes on at these unions and the voice acting scene. You're too dumb as a random citizen. Like, we understand, like, the things look pretty bad on all ends here, but Anyways, number 4, she says, I wanted to leave.
I also feel like you could have just, like, if it's that bad, I guess the contract is probably under some NDA, so that she probably can't talk about it. But it would be interesting just to look at a Nishi-Sanji contract.
In August, I wanted to leave. Again, 4 months ago, I believe her 100%. It seems like she had a very bad relationship with Niji Sanji. And then number 5, she says, I don't hate all men. I think they're all mentally ill. But so are all women. And so am I. So.
I'm gonna be honest, this sounds like you're trying to save your ass. This sounds like you're trying to save your ass. Why do I again not believe you? This sounds off. This is weird. Because you said, I hate all men. They should die. They're all mentally ill. That one is contradicting to what you said. I do not believe you.
I would have just left this one out. I don't.
I swear. Why did you put that in here? Nah, sorry. Sorry. I think you're dumb. I think you're dumb as shit. God, I don't know about everyone, but you sure are mentally ill I mean, she plays League. Shouldn't that be a given? I don't hate all men. At the same time, a year ago, I hate all men. They don't give me enough money. They should die.
I don't think that's helping anything. Number 6, I have no issues with Brave Group. She mentioned another
I feel like this is just to put in that she can milk people for money again. Because, like, why would a dude watch a man hater? That makes no sense. So she probably put that in because of that.
Agency, I don't think people really care too much about that. But number 7.
I do, though. I have no issue with Brave Group as a whole. I will not mention the VTuber in question, but I still stand by my words here. Yes, I was jealous and petty, and it was definitely in bad taste, but I'm not going to apologize for disliking someone in private or being upset for my own personal reasons, nor for thinking that hiring people who are open about politics is bad optics. At this point, she's already terminated, so it'd be an apology to the wind. Okay. Yeah, sure. Don't care. Still weird, though.
In quotes, you're deflecting blame. 2 people can make mistakes at the same time. 100%. I agree with this. This is like the main takeaway from everything, right? She definitely made mistakes, okay? But I think Niji Sanji's making a lot of mistakes too. And the things that are being alleged about their company, some of their talents, and the things they might be hiding based on these allegations are much more serious than a leaked Discord call where some mean
Weird. So true. The thing is this. How does Niji Sanji keep doing it? How can they do it? Like, once a month or once every 2 or 3 months, there's like major drama happening where it's like either it's Niji Sanji acting out, it's a VTuber acting out, or it's the community acting out. It's like one of the 3 things, like 3 things. Like last month, it was just straight up people finding a tweet or like stuff from Skylight from a year ago about like Starbucks, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? From a year ago?
things were said about various groups. I agree with this 100%. Again, I'm not just wagging my finger at Twisty/Delulu trying to judge her and all this stuff. People can support her or not. I don't care. I just said that the thing she said was going to get her fired. But I think the most interesting thing about the leaked call was some of her comments about Niji Sanji. And it's something that I think lines up with a lot of the statements of former talents. But anyways, I didn't know this. Like, I didn't see this until now. It looks like number 8 is gone, or was this supposed to be number 8? Whatever. But number 9 is a very controversial one. Okay?
What the fuck, huh? I don't give a rat's ass about this part, okay? I don't give a rat's ass. Go ahead, I don't fucking care. But what? Bro! Ain't no way! Okay, what the heck? That is... Okay, that's a weird one, bro. You're a weirdo with this one. What the fuck? Why is that even in here? Nobody cares about this. Nobody cares about what you watch, dude. Get out of here.
She says, number 9, I will never apologize for being a lolicon. I will continue to do incestuous lolly roleplay. Yeah, you know, the thing is, I think of all the things people were mad about, this was probably not something that needed to be addressed.
That's not something. Out of all the things, that you could have talked about, that was not needed to be in there. Nobody cared. What the fuck? Incestuous lolly roleplay. What a fucking degenerate. That is crazy. Goodness. What? Don't tell me what not to roleplay. That is weird as shit, dude. That is weird as shit. Oh my goodness, priorities, you know, for real. But why? Like, okay, 9. I will never apologize for being a lolicon. We could have stopped there. Okay, we could have stopped there. But this part? Why?
Like, there's only 2 reactions people have to this statement, right? They're either saying, based, or they're saying, you're a predator. Okay, and that's a lot of the Niji Sanji fan base. They're antis, that's the way they act. I would have left this on.
And I have this take. I don't care. Bro, you're a weirdo. You have not done anything dangerous, but bro, nobody needed to know this.
The 9 commandments she made here.
It's like somebody saying, I will never apologize for being into planes. I love incestuous plane roleplay. Nobody what the fuck? That was not needed to be added. That there was no point.
Because it's really not that important. It's not a hill to die on. It's just more divisive stuff. But anyways, that was the set of comments in her pinned comment. And yeah. So that brings us to the inevitable result of this video. Aster Arcadia, a fellow Niji Sanji English liver, who has had a very tumultuous couple of months. And a lot of people are looking at this situation and...
I mean, that's kind of accurate. That's kind of accurate. Why do you type it in chat, Somax? Incestuous lolly roleplay. I just have questions why. How do you reach that point? I'm not interested whether if it's morally wrong or not. I'm just questioning how you reach that point. Like, how do you reach that point? Is it like, how do you get to that point where that's your kink? I have to question.
The very obvious firing of Twisty as a way to protect Aster. And the company has a very documented history of picking favorites, right? That is something that is very obvious from a outside perspective, as well as
I mean, they love their meritocracy. The one who makes the most is the one who gets the most. That makes sense. That makes sense. Even though others could probably do really well if they got the equipment for it, but it is what it is.
Based on some of the experiences shared by people who were in the company at one point. And a lot of people are looking at this and saying, are they silencing her to protect him? And you can see, it's been 6 months since his last stream. And at this point, it's like, does anyone at Niji Sanji actually stream? But a lot of the controversy really began.
Yes, but no, but yes. But a lot of them don't make any money. Like, they're literally streaming into the void because financially it's not... Like, they've been losing subscribers. Plenty of subscribers.
And with this leaked Discord screenshot that has been confirmed, allegedly, by multiple sources at this point, where he's talking to a fellow Niji Sanji Inliver, Scarlet, and he just looks like a manipulative weirdo. Like, honestly, just a gigantic weirdo, a very aggressive person, and poor Scarlet, please free her from this organization and their fans. Because she, about a year ago, was canceled by her own fans for eating Starbucks. Yes, they got mad at her for trying cakes at a Japanese Starbucks because of...
Yeah, Yeah, they got mad. Like I said, that I'm gonna say that the Niji Sanji fanbase is very woke in that regard.
Apparently, that was on the boycott list because people believed supporting Starbucks would genocide children in Palestine. And the irony of that, of course, being YouTube is also on that boycott list. So the people that were watching her stream were also violating the same boycott list that they were using to chastise her and say that she deserves to be deplatformed or game-ended or the other disgusting.
They told her to jump. That's crazy. That's wild. Over Starbucks, chat. Over Starbucks.
Things that they said, but yeah, free her. But anyways, we have this. It sparked a lot of rumors and controversies that were seemingly, allegedly, confirmed by.
Also, you have to consider this: is $100 a month? Is $100 a month survivable? Can you really focus on being a VTuber if you make $100 a month? Because, like, if you can't put anything in, nothing's gonna come out. And I can guarantee you, a lot of those VTubers probably, initially when they started, probably still had to have a regular job to do this.
By this video uploaded 6 months ago by False ID, where he shared some testimony from a secret Niji Sanji Ian Liver, which I think based on circumstances, it's very obvious it's Twisty / Delulu, and there was a lot to say about Aster.
One section between this individual and the Niji Sanji English Liver reading, when I had a mental breakdown and went to Twitch, it was because Aster was saying, like, he wants to fly me out to Japan, saying weird actual S. X-pesting my friends. I went to management, they wouldn't even speak to him. I was really considering graduating. And of course, meaning that they were considering leaving the company of Niji Sanji English. This Niji Sanji English Liver continuing on, but my manager talked me out of it. It feels gross to me, like I feel like I am hiding his behavior. Because it's not just me, it's many, many girls, a lot of my friends. When being asked why management had not taken action, this Niji Sanji English Liver then replying, I don't know, but I assume they are scared to fire after what happened. And then citing bad PR, that being bad public relations, meaning this Niji Sanji English Liver believes that Aster was not reprimanded because Niji Sanji English did not want anything like this being made public, even if Aster was found to be in the wrong. This Niji Sanji English Liver then finding out these communications had been forwarded to us and then directly reaching out. A call then being set up between us and this Niji Sanji English Liver. This anonymous Niji Sanji English Liver then telling us they were considering speaking to us about this subject.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know how they're gonna handle Aster. I guess it could be that they're not telling us anything because of investigations. That makes sense. If it's a legal case, you won't find out anything. It would. I could see it happening that bro just returns. Bro just returns eventually if all dies down. Well, of course now it's brought up again, but I don't think see it happening. They're gonna fire him. I think they're gonna fire him. It's just that it takes that long for them to respond because of legal reasons. I don't think they're that evil. That would harm their reputation even more. So I don't know.
Regarding Aster Arcadia, calling this the fault of the company and the individual, that being Aster. Firstly describing that many Niji Sanji English Livers within the branch simply stay away from Aster, especially within voice chat, either not wanting to be dragged into games or into uncomfortable conversations with this Niji Sanji English Liver.
The results of that video are pretty devastating for Aster and Niji Sanji. This is the sort of swan song for Aster, his last post, his pinned comment. And as you can see, he's getting absolutely blasted in the comments, ratioed in many cases, from people calling him a sex pest based on these allegations. And yeah, it just doesn't.
Yeah, I looked for the. I got so what's the word? I got so interested in this that I just looked up his account and went through the tweets and was like just reading. It's like comedy gold reading the comments. It's like actually comedy gold.
Doesn't look good. People demanding answers. And as a result of that video from False ID, and I believe that is the primary reason for this public announcement from Niji Sanji, they announced that they were launching a course of action, an independent third-party investigation into issues facing their company. This investigation will focus on the issues of sexual harassment and unauthorized information leakage to outside parties. Understand this. This is how scummy this company is. On the scales of importance, they weigh potential sexual harassment with people being a whistleblower. It's the same weight of importance for these people. And this investigation, by the way, has been going on for 6 months. We've heard nothing. Nothing. Twisty comes out with her own controversy. She's clearly gone within a few days. Aster is still there. He's in the sort of jailhouse for now. 6 months, no streams, but he's still there. And looking at the comments, these are the responses to that proposed investigation. Look at the sycophants. Look at these disgusting sycophants.
Of course. Of course. Of course. Also, this person blocked ref, and this person blocked ref too. Of course. Of course. Cobras don't work on worlds, they work on keeping the dirt hidden. Well, the dirt isn't that hidden. The dirt is actually in plain sight, and the dirt is reflected in the numbers. Also, fun fact, they basically keep half of the shit you make. So if you make no money at all, if you make like $1,000 per stream, they basically take everything. Like, they basically take half. You keep like 500. That's interesting. That's interesting. They basically keep half. I just checked real quick. Why? There's two sides of this. Why are people going to this company? And why is this company still around?
These Niji sisters appreciating the straightforward update. Thank you for taking actions and proper investigation. Thank you for the updates. I prefer hearing from the official investigation than aunties and drama tubers. Ayo, unironically Niji W. I am happy you're going to be investigating Aster. Notice how like half of these people have to be blocked, by the way. Judge me by my enemies. But yeah.
Classic, judge me by my enemies. Here's also something that's just generally funny. Niji women are very unhinged. And I'm not talking about the livers. I'm talking about the viewers. I'm talking about the fans. I'm talking about the Niji sisters here. They're super unhinged. The women are super unhinged. Like, like I said, I like crazy women. That's the type of crazy I do not want to deal with. Like, they're actually crazy. Like, these women are actually unhinged. Because, you know, there's not that many Niji men.
Sycophants just, like, riding on Niji Sanji for saying they're going to investigate not just a potential sexual harasser, but also a whistleblower. And 6 months later, there's been nothing that has come from it, except for, ironically, the termination of the whistleblower. But False ID would release another video a couple days later talking about Aster Arcadia's sudden disappearance, but also some testimony from a former Niji Sanji Ian Liver who always had bad vibes about Aster Arcadia.
So while before that statement from Niji Sanji, after the release of our video on
Quinn, that's interesting.
Thursday, this past Friday, Quinn Bennett would tweet out, "All I'm saying is there's a reason the podcast only lasted 2 episodes." Quinn Bennett, formerly being Kyo Kaneko of Niji Sanji English, a wavemate of Aster Arcadia, who alongside their other wavemate, Renzoto, had hosted only 2 episodes of the Moon Bros podcast. Quinn later taking to stream to clear things up.
Essentially, I was sent a video by someone, a friend of mine, who knows I had my personal issues with the person that the subject of the video was about. I can't really say names or be uber specific in any of this because I'm not trying to get sued, and I don't know if the messages in the video are real, to be completely honest with you. I have no idea, but I will say what I do know is real. So I already didn't like this person, not because of these allegations specifically. I didn't like them prior to this, due to the way that me and them interacted, the way they treated me and some of my friends. We just weren't compatible friends, okay? But another reason I didn't like this person is because there were some stories going around and some things I saw where they behaved weird towards women, okay? Nothing criminal, nothing to the extent of what has recently come out, but I didn't like how they seemed kind of like they would like nag certain women about certain things or kind of put them in positions to feel guilty, or pounce on like newer members that were in the company and that didn't know about this behavior. Like they were not the most healthy when they interacted with women. And I'm going to be honest about that. I'm not going to cover it up. For lack of a better term, this is how I would.
The gooning was too strong. The horny was too powerful. Yep. That sounds like the somebody that everything really was released about. Also, I know this clip, so I think that was in another video I reacted to. Yeah, I think I don't know. It's just we'll never see that. I think we'll never see what happens. I think we'll just get a tweet at one point just for Aster's termination. That's it. We won't know what really happened. We will never know what really happened.
Imagine an incel would interact with women, right? That is like that's the easiest way I can explain it without giving specific examples and airing out specific people's business. It was like trying to watch someone that was very bad at interacting with women or didn't know an appropriate way to do it in an appropriate time, do it.
Yeah, not looking great. But anyways, long video. My apologies, but this is the swan song of today. Delulu making this recent post saying, finally, pew, with a little party popper here. Clearly lining up with the shutdown of all of their Niji Sanji accounts. Clearly they're celebrating moving on from the company. And honestly, like, all of this stuff aside,
Lulu be like, you know the meme with the dude and the chains broken and the sunset? That's the one. That's the one. Or is it sunset or like yeah, the sun going down? I don't know.
you know, my criticisms of Delulu / Twisty, they need to get out of there. Okay, I think they'll do much better as an indie. I don't think they're a Doki Bird type person where they're gonna go indie and like blow up. But I think they'll do much better as an indie. I think that's better for them. They're edgier. That's fine, right? Like, who cares? And their true fans probably like that stuff anyways. So this move away from...
I mean, currently standing at a whopping 17K. That's already 1/3 of her when she was Twisty. That is not bad. That is not bad. That is not bad.
From Niji Sanji is a good thing. I mean, they even questioned in the leaked Discord call why Niji Sanji even hired them in the first place. And I think parting of the ways here is great. And if Delulu / Twisty has evidence against Aster or anyone at Niji Sanji, they need to share it. They need to share it because something has to be held accountable here for an organization that is allegedly doing many things wrong. They have been no stranger to controversy over and over again. Don't even get me started about the whole Doki Bird / Selen controversy. That's just like disgusting, and we've talked about that infinitely.
Yeah, we've talked about that infinitely. Like, that thing is yeah. Just know how they treated this woman is crazy. That is crazy. They tried to hide a lot of the stuff, a lot of the stuff that they did to this lady. It was crazy.
In times, but anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
My view is very simple. That's the end of the video. My view is very simple. I think they're gonna have their investigation, and then I think in a few months we're just gonna get a termination notice of Aster, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it, and things will move on as usual. I think it will just be business as usual. I don't think much will come from this. I feel like they will certainly just like I said, they will just drop a notice, and that's it. We won't see much, and yeah. If we will see Aster again, I have no idea after this. He might return as a indie, if he takes his crazy VTuber fans with him, that is, or he might not return ever. We'll see. Like, comment, and subscribe.